Hey you guys, and welcome to day 18 of Ab Camp. This is the final day. You made it all the way till the end, and I'm really glad you're here today because this is actually a very, very important day in our Ab Camp journey. I'm going to teach you a very basic, quick exercise program that really focuses in honing in on the deep core muscles that we've been working in just a few minutes. It's just a quick program. But before I get to that little exercise routine that you can do 3 or 4 or 5 times a week to just kind of maintain your core strength that you've built, I want to share a few really important items that I hope you have gleaned from this camp experience. So the first thing, most importantly, is I hope you've learned how to get to know and trust your body. Listen to your own body. Listen to what your body needs. If you're not able to safely do an exercise with correct technique, then stop. You don't want to hurt yourself. And so you always want to gradually build strength and go at your own pace. So if you're ever in an exercise class or a fitness class or trying to keep up with your friends or family members and it's not feeling right for you, then stop, take a break, reset your body, and get back into it at a level that is right for you. If you need to modify, that's okay. So please tune in and listen to your own body. Secondly, I hope you've gained some body awareness where you've really learned to kind of wake up some core muscles that you didn't even know you had. That's going to actually make it easier to feel your exercises in the future, any exercise, more. You're actually going to get a better workout now that you know and kind of understand where these muscles are and they've started to wake up. Another really important thing for you to understand and kind of take away from this ab camp is that the ab exercises and the core exercises that we've done so far are really just a tool. My intention is not for you to keep these muscles clenched and pulled in and lifted and inward and upward all day long. That's not at all what I'm going for in this program and for you in your daily life. That can actually lead to all sorts of pain and dysfunction and tension issues. When I talked about engaging your core throughout this ab camp, it was really with the intention of you using your core muscles during the particular exercise, really isolating and finding them, feeling them, and strengthening them in good alignment and with good breathing techniques. But I don't want you to go around your entire life 24/7 zipping up and pulling in and lifting your pelvic floor and sucking in your belly and breathing like this. That would be crazy. So use these techniques, use the core integration and the breathing integration and the action of these muscles during focused, isolated core exercises and also during certain activities in your daily life. Like, for example, when you're lifting something heavy, you want to know how to effectively utilize and activate the core muscles, and you want to know how to exhale with exertion. But again, don't be clenching your muscles all day long. I hope you also caught all of my various references to maintaining good posture and alignment. That is so key throughout your daily life. That is something you want to do all day long, not just when you're exercising, but posture and alignment are really important. You don't want to spend your day with a forward head. You want to pull your head back, lift the crown of your head toward your ceiling. You want to make sure your ribs aren't popped forward. You want to pull everything in. Nice tall alignment. You want to breathe fully and deeply when you're at rest. You want to just be fluid, not rigid with your breath and your movement, tall and lifted with your posture, and that is going to do wonders for your body, how it feels, and also how you look. It's going to make you look taller, slimmer, and more confident too. Finally, I want to just remind you that day 7, we talked a lot about rest and the importance of using rest and relaxation as a weight management tool. You can go back and rewatch that video if you want to. It's nice and quick. And on day 14, we talked about the visit to the canteen, the Ab Camp canteen. We talked about ditching the white stuff and really watching what you eat and drink and put into your body. That's really important too as you continue this journey onward. All right, that's all I've got for you now. Let's get right to the exercises that I hope you will continue with beyond ab camp. So again, this is a quick routine. It should only take, 10 minutes max, and we're gonna go through some exercises where all you'll need is a yoga mat, and it's always nice to have some yoga blocks handy, but it's not necessary. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, come down onto your back through your side. It's always a good idea to come down through your side or to roll down like this. In general, jackknifing down or up isn't so good for your core. So come onto your back, and our first move that I think you should do for your home exercise program to continue with beyond ab camp is our knee extension. So we've done this in ab camp already. This is going to look very familiar. You want to find your great alignment. You want to lift your pelvic floor. You want to gently pull in your low abs. Make sure that your back never arches like this during the move. Keep everything in perfect alignment, gently drawn in and up through your core, since we're really focusing on strengthening right now. This is a time to isolate and use those core muscles consciously with awareness. So pull the right knee up to your chest. Exhale, strong core. Lift the left leg up to join, and you are going to just straighten one leg at a time. So just nice and slow and controlled. Now, when you're more of a beginner, you make the leg go higher up. When you're more advanced, you make the leg go lower to the ground. So what you'll find is that when your leg is lower, your back is gonna want to arch like this. Don't let it. You wanna use those core muscles to keep your pelvic alignment and your spinal alignment as your legs move. As you get more and more advanced, you can also bring your hands either above your head like this or behind your head, either hovering above the ground or all the way on the ground. Just be sure that when you do that, your low back does not arch. So let's do 20 more on each side. Exhaling with exertion. So I like to do short, sharp exhales as I kick my leg out straight. Try to keep your neck long and your shoulders down and relaxed. You can bring the arms, again, just whatever is comfortable for you. Either the more advanced positions I already showed, or just out at your sides. To make it easier, bring it closer to your hips. Keep those abs in. And 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now I'm just gonna breathe. I'm not gonna count out loud. 'Okay, ooh, I definitely feel that. Feel that nice little tug right in here. Now, take a little mini rest, and we're gonna bring our knees apart and up in that butterfly bridge. This is one of my favorite exercises. We did this on the butterfly catching and hula hooping day. This is where you bring your feet facing each other and then your feet roll onto the soles of your feet. So your feet face each other, your knees apart, and then roll onto the soles of your feet, knees together. And you exhale as you come up. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lift your bum on your way up, really lift, and really lift. Wonderful for your inner thighs, for your pelvic floor, for your bottom and your hamstrings, your low back, everything. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, come on down, hug the knees into the chest. Our next move is going to be a double leg extension. Before we did the single leg extension, now both legs are going out. And you can add an arm hover if you'd like. So find your great alignment, nice and aligned through the pelvis and spine in that neutral position, not arched, not rounded down into the mat. So neutral alignment, gently lift the pelvic floor, super gentle, gently pull belly button to spine, lift your left knee up this time, and then exhale strongly as your right leg joins. And now both legs are gonna come forward and in, forward and in. Exhale with exertion. I like to exhale on the way out. For me, that feels like the most difficult phase where I need my core control the most, and the exhale helps bring me that core engagement, that core activation. So for me, this is what feels right. The inhale is really quite passive. I don't really have to think that much about the inhale. It's the exhale that I really feel and think about. Now, if you want to lift your hands off the floor, that just adds an element of instability because you're not using your hands for support anymore. So this is a more advanced level right here. Really engage all of those abdominal muscles. Don't let your low back arch. Keep your belly button pulled toward your spine, and 10 more. 9, 8, 7, I'm gonna breathe now. It's like you're reaching your hands toward your feet. Okay, now we don't want to be all tight and rigid through here, so stretch it out, loosen it up, nice and loosey-goosey. And come up. We are going to go into another bridge variation, so come all the way up, roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice tall bridge, and our hip circles. Gotta love the hip circles, 10 times each direction. 7 more, 6 more, 5, 4, nice and fluid, 3, 2, 1, reverse directions, 10 times going this way. Breathe steadily, press into your heels. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last abdominal strengthener we have is one where you can use a block between your knees if you'd like or not. This is kind of nice because it helps you really utilize the core muscles, kind of compacting the knees together, activates the pelvic floor and the inner thighs and the abs in a different way, a good way. So I encourage you, if you have a block, to use it. I'll show with the block, but you don't need it. You can also just have your legs together. So lift your pelvic floor, pull in your low abs, exhale strongly, and carefully bring those knees up. So we're gonna bring our knees down to the side and exhale up. Down to the side and exhale up. Now, you'll remember this move from ab camp, so you'll know that you can go a little lower. If you want it harder, you can go a little lower. Just be sure that you don't go so low that you can't get yourself back up. So stay in control of this move. Keep your shoulders pinned down to the ground. You might need to use your arms a little bit to help out, to help keep your shoulders down, and that's okay. I love this move for really working the obliques and all of the core, really. It's a wonderful move for your back, for your abs, everything. You can also, if you want to, straighten that top leg as you go down, as we showed in another one of the videos, but I don't have room because I've got a wall. So you can play with that on your own. Just make sure that your knees don't start going forward, because then it makes it more likely that your low back will arch. So always be in control. 90-degree angle at the hips, and exhaling on the way up. Inhaling down, exhaling, and using your abs to lift the knees up. Let's do 10 more. 10. Keep those shoulders pinned down. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. You can take it slower than I'm showing if you'd like. 4. 3, abs in, shoulders down, 2, last one each side. Okay, release the block if you had it. Again, big long pencil stretch. Stretch everything out. We don't want rigidity. And that's that. If you wanted to do one more round of bridges, or bridges with hip circles, or any type of stretches would be lovely. Anything that you want to do to add on to that routine would be great, but that's just some basic nice moves that can really help maintain the core strength that we've been building up over the last 18 days throughout ab camp. Of course, it's also important just to simply move more throughout the day, every day, to improve and maintain general health and wellness, cardiovascular health, and even mental health. It's so important for me to move my body to feel my best. So I hope that this has given you a lot to think about and a lot to take home with you. It's our last day of camp, ab camp, so we're packing things up. I hope you've got a suitcase full of goodness that you learned in ab camp and that you can take with you for the future. Until next time, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter.
Good morning is what she said. Sweet candy before we get out of bed. And good loving to brighten up the day. Just a little something to get you on your way. It's a beautiful life when you love another. A beautiful life when you rediscover a pleasant surprise. When you open your eyes and it feels like the first time. It's a beautiful life.